trying to go in the back door again, and that ball appeared to go around the plate.
Fly ball to center field for Dykstra. Side retired. Orozco has retired 6 in a row. And here we go to the bottom of the 12th. A 1-1 tie.
America.
How many of these rally gigs do they have? Well, Davy Lopes was in the on-deck circle to hit for the pitcher's spot, but pitcher's spot never got up as Kahn hit a fly ball to center field. That means Charlie Kerfeld is back out on the mound, and it's Charlie who will be facing Dykstra, Beckman, Hernandez. And that's Terry Dykstra. Is he going to bend those fingers? He's got them crossed so hard. They've handled Lynn so far today. And Kerfeld comes right at him with the hot stuff. Ball, strike 1.
As a matter of fact, Dykstra and Davis, the only 2 players on either team that had, prior to this game, hit in all 4 games. Neither has had a hit in this game.
Runs up on it. Slider is down low. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. On Dykstra and Beckman, those 2 people at the corner have got to play on the grass. That makes it 2-1.
Dykstra thought the ball was outside. 13 Mets have gone down in a row. They have not had a base runner since the 7th inning, and only 3 in the ball game. Dykstra thought the ball was either low or outside. But the umpire does not necessarily need agreement for him to call it a strike.
Different union.
Yeah.
Right at Davis. 1 out. Sharp shot bouncing 1 time.
Second baseman, Wally Backman.
Now Wally Backman. For those who braved the elements and came and stayed, seen a dandy ball game, haven't they?
I'll say.
Pitching has just been utterly dominant. Strike 1. Strike 2. Keith Hernandez, 3rd hitter. Kerfeld working quickly. As soon as that batter's in the box, he's pumping. 1-2.
Gosh, you know, for the last 3 years, Charlie Kerfeld has been in the instructional league at this time of year. And he was talking about it. He said, I was hoping to go back this year for the 4th time and get my Letterman's jacket.
He'll get a Letterman's jacket. Kind he really wants if he keeps working like this.
That's right.
We had a picture the other day of the Bird up in Boston watching the California-Boston game, Mark Bittridge. But the people who adorn Charlie Kerfeld's locker, foul ball, left side, are the Bird, Bittridge, the Boz, Brian Bosworth, the linebacker from Oklahoma, and Jim McMahon. And he also has McMahon's latest poster, including autograph, and practices outrageously up and down the halls of the clubhouse. Whoa, it's off the 3rd baseman. Shortstop Kahn picks it up, and Beckman is aboard. A bullet that handcuff Denny Walling. Ricocheted to Dickie Thon, but with Backman's foot speed, he's on.
Only the third hit of the ball game, and I assume it will be a base hit. Walling on the line because of Backman's propensity to hit the ball down the third base line. He was properly positioned, but the short hop just ate him up. It has not been scored yet. I assume it'll be a base hit. We'll see.
It was a rip.
Hit the ball very, very hard.
Hernandez now with Backman at first base. The potential winning run is aboard. And we're at the bottom of the 12th inning. Ball one to Hernandez. We're still waiting for the call from the official scorer. It is a base hit. Sort of figured it would be because it's almost unfair not to call it a base hit. A rocket. There's a strike. Keith Hernandez's habits at the plate force a pitcher to slow down a little bit.
He'll back out of there if a pitcher's working too fast with him. And Kerfeld loves to work fast.
One out. Backman at first. The ball gets away from Davis on the throw over there, and Wally Backman turns at second base.
There's no way they're going to pitch to Hernandez now. You're not going to let Hernandez beat you. This overthrow, an error, and a very costly error on Charlie Kerfeld. Davis cannot come up with it. So I'm sure they'll walk Hernandez in this situation. With Carter having such a disastrous offensive series so far, they're going to leave it up to Carter, I'm sure.
They'll put him on. And Gary Carter, who is hitless in 4 trips today, he has 1 base hit in 21 trips to the plate in the series, will come to the plate just as soon as they finish the formality of walking Keith Hernandez. Winning run is now at second base. Carter's only hit was a double back in game 2. The pen is quiet. It's up to Kerfeld. That's ball 1.
Because of the strength of Gary Carter, the outfielders are forced to play him deep. Therefore, any base hit to the outfield, regardless of how hard it's hit, I doubt that there'll be a play on Backman at home plate.
Way up. And Kerfeld now has lost some of his bravado on the mound. I think he tried to aim that ball. It just looked like an aim.
On your cue of losing bravado, here comes Les Moss. You're exactly right, too, Keith. He tried to aim that last pitch. And you remember Hal Lanier's comment the other day in the New York press. He said if he had it all to do over again, he would bring in Dave Smith. Now, this situation is not the same as it was the other day because this is a tie game, as you pointed out earlier. But no one warming up in the Astro bullpen. It's up to Charlie Kerfeld.
The count, 2 balls and no strikes, is 1 out to Gary Carter. The winning run at second base. Keith Hernandez at first base. And he almost hit him with that pitch. Carter, of course, hanging in. He's not going to give up anything, including taking a nip if necessary.
Hey, we saw Jeff Calhoun up earlier with Strawberry on deck. I'm surprised that Houston doesn't have a left-handed pitcher up in the bullpen.
There's a strike. And that's the easiest pitch Kerfell has thrown since Carter came to the plate, and now Smith is up in the Houston bullpen. If he walks Carter, it's possible you could see Smith. Foul back. Maybe Charlie was just looking for a little extra drama here. He's now going to 3-2. Buckman earned his way aboard with a bullet off the third baseman Walling, ricocheting to the shortstop. But no play at first on Walling. And he moved over to second on Kerfell's throwing error, trying to hold him close, and he misfired to Glenn Davis. High pop coming back out of play. And Gary Carter is still there.
Notice also the runners were not running. Similar situation about 4 innings ago when Keith Hernandez was at first base on a 3-2 count and 1 out, and Hernandez wasn't running.
Runners going. Carter fouls it back right here. Just missed it.
Kind of interesting that Davy Johnson would all of a sudden send the runners when he hasn't done it previously. But of course, a lot of that may depend on Carter seeing a lot of fastballs. The chances of Carter seeing a lot of fastballs, the opportunity of him getting the good part of the bat on the ball, with more that he fouls back, the more he's seen.
Bottom of the 12th inning. 1 out. 1-1 tie. Charlie Kerfeld and Gary Carter dueling here. Up the middle, base hit. Bachman turns third. Hatcher's throw, no play. Easy for Bachman. Carter wins it with his second hit of the series, and the Mets win the ball game in 12, 2-1. Is off Gary's back. He delivers a sharp single up the middle to score. Bachman from second base. The throw from Hatcher was nowhere near in time. He just had no chance on Bachman. But remember, it was Kerfeld's throwing error to the first baseman Davis that moved Bachman over to second base. Then they walked Hernandez intentionally. Of course, Hernandez was not a factor. So I guess what I'm leading up to, the point I'm about to say, is Charlie Kerfeld has only himself to blame, because Bachman earned his way aboard with the base hit, but then Kerfeld helped him along with a throwing error.
And the outfield too deep to make a play on Wally Bachman. If it got through, Bachman scores, and he scores easily. What a ball game.
I don't know in this particular circumstance. Perhaps you know full well you can't play him that deep with Beckman's foot speed at second base. Maybe you just got to come on in and take your chance.
Well, you got to protect yourself against Carter's power. The big guys you play deep, the little guys you play shallow, and Wally Backman, the little guy, scores the winning run.
So those who came to Shea are rewarded by a 12-inning ball game before we finally have the issue resolved. And the New York Mets win it by a score of 2-1, with Orozco getting his second win in the series, and Charlie Kerfeld takes the loss. And now the two teams load up and head for Houston tonight for Game 6 tomorrow afternoon at 3 Eastern Time, with the New York Mets leading in the series 3-2. This ABC Sports exclusive brought to you by the Heartbeat of America to Dave Chevrolet, and by Coors and Coors Light, beers with a difference worth tasting. The final score, the Mets 2, the Astros 1. The American League Champion Series heats up tonight at Fenway Park in Boston when the California Angels face the Boston Red Sox in Game 6. Action begins live at 8 Eastern Time on ABC Sports. Today's game produced by Peter Lasser, directed by Craig Janoff. Our technical director, John Fader, and Rich Gelber, and our associate director, Dick Buffington. Later on ABC World News Tonight, Americans desperate to adopt or